I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride.
You woke up from your beautiful sleep and look at the other side of the bed, which was empty, as your husband wakes up early, not like you who wake up around 11 o'clock. You walk to the bathroom like a zombie and brushing your teeth, you wash your face and walk to the downstairs. As you reached the living room, you found Jungkook sitting on the dining table, but he was not alone, as Taeyong, his right hand in business, was also there, sitting beside him having the breakfast. You quickly looked at your eye, which made you gulp down. They both were deep in their conversation, so you decided to go back to the upstairs and change into something more presentable. As you took a step, you heard the soft voice of Taeyong calling you from behind, which made you shut your eyes as you bit your lower lips. Hey Ryan, what are you going? Come here and join us, he said in his usual deep husky voice. Jungkook looked up, placing the cup of the tea on the table. His cold, unreadable face got tightened. While his jaw unclenched into face, Jungkook stared at you from head to toe, which made you feel sorry for your own self. He was not the man who liked to share his belongings with others. Morning, you said, forcing a smile at Jungkook as you slowly walked to the dining table. Jungkook narrowed his eyes as he watched you sleeping on the chair beside Taeyong. You could feel his gaze burning into you, but as you knew Taeyong was Jungkook's best friend and you also talked to him casually, so he won't have any problem. But the reality was opposite. He was burning with jealousy and your big bones were adding more fuel to fire. As he leaned to get a cup of coffee for yourself. How are you doing, pretty girl? It's been last few days. I have not seen you as I had to go to Italy for accomplishing an important mission. He said, chewing the food. I am doing good. Did you succeed in that mission? You asked, putting some pancakes in your plate. Of course, you know I am champion of success. He gave you a boxy smile which made you chuckle. Jungkook gritted his teeth and putting the fork down in his plate he glared at you. Why and go upstairs and change, he said, testing you to get up. You gulped as your hand hovering over your coffee mug. Why cook? She's looking so cute in this. He glanced at you for one more time. Why and get up as soon as possible, he repeated, his eyes darkened while his voice became scary. You knew he was pissed, but you decided to play along. You leaned back slightly and crossing your leg over others, you made a cute bow only to tease him. I am fine here, cook. It's just us. You tease him with your low and bold voice. Taeyong smirked, sensing something weird, but he remained silent cause he was focused on the plate in front of him. Jungkook gave you a stare, but you didn't move an inch. His patience snapped as he stood up abruptly, the legs of his chair scraping against the floor. He walked towards you, which made your heartbeat race faster. You continue, we will be right back, he said to Taeyong, who nodded, tilting his head to the other side as he started to feel shy. Babe, what are you doing? Get me down, you said, blushing heavily. Jungkook didn't say anything and took you to the bedroom. He closed the door as you reached the bedroom. The intensity in his eyes made your heart race faster. Jungkook, you started to mumble. You thought that you can just walk around in front of Taeyong? His voice was dangerous. Cook, you were cut off by him. Why you don't let me get into you even it's been 3 months to our marriage. I always let it go thinking that I won't you until a time you feel comfortable. But what is this? Don't you feel shy by showing up to someone in shirt? He was cut off by you. Cook, please don't drag it to somewhere else, you said, making him raise his eyebrow in a disbelief. Somewhere it's about us. Well, you won't understand what goes in my head cause your shyness will always come between us. No, go and change, he said in a demanding tone. You nodded, slowly making your way to the bathroom. Once you changed the dress, you came back in your room, but he had already left, which made you feel sad for him. But this was something you couldn't help with every time. You both had been married for almost 3 months, but Jungkook's patience always made you feel like you both were still at the state of our relationship. Though you both share your innocent, somewhat childish demure would take over completely, which made him feel sad. You went downstairs only to see Jungkook and Taeyong leaving for mission, saying you are goodbye. They both left, making your heart sink. Time skip at night. You were comfortably sitting on a leather sofa in the living room. Last in the world of novel, you glanced at the wall clock, which was ticking 9 o'clock at night, and Jungkook had not returned yet. Without thinking, the familiar sound of front door unlocking echoed through the equal quiet space. You didn't bother to look up as you were fully engrossed in a fictional world. A few seconds later, Jungkook reached. Why you use the spare key again? You can knock at the door, you said, closing the book as he plopped down on the couch next to you. I just didn't want to disturb my cute wife, he said, poking your nose. Your cheeks tinged with a light pink. I made bibimbap and kimchi for dinner, you said, trying to distract yourself from the butterflies fluttering in your stomach as you were about to get up. He held your hand. I don't care about any dinner, just stay with me, he whispered near your ear. Your face flushed a deep crimson and you felt your heart race. Before you get fainted by shyness, you walked to the kitchen to set the plate. He got up, scratching his neck, and then walked to the dining table behind you. After having the dinner, you went to your bedroom while Jungkook went to the terrace as he had to make an important call. You were sitting on the edge of the bed, your fingers tracing the pattern of duet while your cheeks were flushing, but you were feeling sad for him too. You knew Jungkook wanted to get to you, but you didn't have any problem with that, but your shyness always compelled you. Am I hurting him? Am I not a good wife? Does he feel sad by these gestures? You were thinking to yourself while making the pout. In the meantime, the room door swung open and Jungkook entered in. He looked at you and let out a chuckle as he sat on the bed beside you. Is there something disturbing my pretty wife? He asked, looking at your cute pout face. You mustered up some courage and get closer. You were feeling comforting but also shy as your heartbeat started to race faster. Is everything okay with you? I mean, he was cut off by you. Just stay. You murmured, blushing heavily. Jungkook got startled hearing those words from your mouth. You stammered, trying to find some words. Don't be shy, just stay quiet, he said. Your heart skipped a beat as you tried to swallow hard but couldn't. Relax. Why are you shy? Easy, easy. Don't get panic or shy. I'm your cook, he said as you nodded, making him bit his lips. Jungkook was hurt, but he masked it with a smile. It's fine, let's just stay, he said in a low voice. You nodded, lying beside him with a shy face. The next morning, you woke up and looked for Jungkook on the other side, but he was not there as usual. Suddenly, the last night moment played in your mind, which made your cheeks turn into tomatoes. But you were feeling regretful for making him feel disheartened as usual. You got up with tired eyes and walked to the bathroom to do your morning routine. Slipping into a red floral frock, you went downstairs, where you saw Jungkook having breakfast. Good morning, you said with a shy smile on your face. Morning, he said, smiling at you. You were shocked at why he was behaving casual to you. Then you saw Taeyong entering the living room, which made you understand that why he was behaving like that. Hey Ryan, how are you? He asked, sitting on his place. I am fit, you said, smiling wildly at him. By the way, tonight guests are coming to our house, so get ready, beautiful. He gave you a warm smile while placing the cup of coffee on the table. Some guests? Who are they? Do I know them? You asked. Jungkook was about to speak out, but Taeyong cut him off. They are some important members of our group as they helped Jungkook to rule over Italian. Jungkook invited them on a dinner as they were asking him for a treat. He said, smiling. You nodded, chewing the food. Once you were done having the food, Jungkook took you upstairs to his room. I bought a dress for you. I hope you like it, he said, showing you the dress which was placed on the bed. Wow, it's beautiful, you said, grabbing it from the bed. It will look more beautiful on you, he whispered. Jungkook then left for his work as Taeyong called him from downstairs. Time skipped to the evening. You wore the red shimmery gown which Jungkook had bought it for you. Then you did some light makeup on your face which enhanced your beautiful features. While you were admiring yourself in the mirror, your room door creaked open and Jungkook entered inside, his mouth wide open, seeing you from head to toe. You looked up at him and smiled. How do I look? You asked, biting your lower lips in nervousness. You look beautiful, he said. I thought I looked like a tomato in this dress, you said, making him chuckle. You know, but he said, staring at you. Let's go downstairs, the guests have arrived, he said, catching your arm in his as you both descended the stairs. Reaching the living room, you saw three boys and two girls who seemed of your age. Taeyong waved at you while you smiled widely at him. Ryan, let me introduce you with all of them, he said, taking you to them. So here is David, Felix, Zach, Lazy, and Nancy, he said, pointing at them. You greeted all of them with a smile, but the both girls made face staring at you from head to toe. Suddenly, Jungkook got a call from one of his friends. I will have to answer it. You can talk to them. I will get back soon, he said. You looked at the girls and smiling at them, you walked to them. Hey, how long have you been with Jungkook? By the way, you both look so pretty. You said, looking at them with a wide smile. They both didn't answer you back, which made you frown. You sat on the couch and got your phone. She's looking so lovely. I wonder how Jungkook live with her. They whispered to each other, but it was audible enough to be heard by you. You just ignored them and kept looking at your phone. They both came to you then. Hey, look, don't you ever come beside Jungkook, she said, pointing her finger on your face. Yeah, don't come beside him, she said. You shut your eyes in an annoyance and turning off your phone, you stood up. But I'm his wife, not you. Your name is not on his face. So we both stopped dreaming about my husband, you said coldly, making them narrow their eyes. You better learn to behave nicely with us. Otherwise, we will be have to handle, she said, making you scoff. You better stay quiet before I do something that ruin. He said in a loud pitch. They both were trying to speak out, but Jungkook came as he finished talking on the phone. So you are here, he said, placing his hand on your shoulder. You forced a smile, pushing the rising tears back. They both gave him a cheeky smile which made you scoff in a disbelief. Hey cook, when we are gonna have the food? Rats are rumming in my tummy. He said, rubbing his tummy, which made Jungkook chuckle. Why, let's set the table, he said gently. You nodded and you both walked to the dining table. Time skip. Everyone had left for their houses after having the food while you and Jungkook were sitting in the living room. Cook, if somebody say that bad about me that you will leave me, will you leave me for real? You asked, making a pout. Who said so? He said in his cold voice. Oh, just answer it. Will you leave me? You asked again, looking at his face. Of course not. I will never leave you, he said. He then held your hand and you both went to your room. Suddenly his mobile phone rang. He picked up the call as it was Taeyong. Hey Tai, why are you calling me this time? Is everything okay? He asked, sitting on the bed. Jungkook, I am outside your house with all your men, he said and suddenly cut the call. You looked up at Jungkook, frowned as you rubbed your eyes. Cook, what happened? You asked, looking at him. Why, and go to the basement and don't come until I ask you, he said, but you were cut off by him. Princess, there is no time for any question, he said, and took you to the basement. Sweat started to come out from your body as you asked him several times, but he didn't answer. Yes, don't worry, I will come back safely, he said and left, making your eyes filled with tears. With a broken heart, you ran to the corner and throwing yourself on the cold floor, you started to cry heavily. Please come save Jungkook, I don't want to lose you, you said between the sobbing. You kept mumbling to yourself until you fell asleep. You woke up and found yourself in your room, which made you frown. You saw Taeyong standing near your bed. Taeyong, where is Jungkook? You got up and ran to him. He is in the hospital. Everything will be fine, but he said, trying to console you while his own eyes were filled with tears. Take me to the hospital right now, you said. But he was cut off by you. I said, take me to the hospital, you yelled, making him nod his head as he never saw this side of yours. You both reached the hospital and saw Jungkook still sleeping on the hospital bed. The doctor looked at you as he walked closer to you with a sigh. Doctor, is Jungkook okay? You asked with the shaky legs. He is fine now, don't worry, he said and left the room, bowing down at Taeyong. You ran to Jungkook and sat on the stool beside the bed. Taeyong left the room as he knew you both needed some privacy. You started to cry while holding his hand. Jungkook, get up. Wake up, you said. Tears dropped on his hand as he opened his eyes slowly. He looked up at your crying face and smiled. Don't cry, it hurts more than this pain. I am fine, don't cry, he said, holding your hand tightly. You looked up at him and smiled. 2 days later, Jungkook was laying on the bed deep in his own thoughts. You came out from the bathroom and seeing him like that, you walked to him. Cook, are you okay? You asked slowly. Yeah, I am fine, he said, smiling at you. You knew what was going in his mind. You said, staring at him. Jungkook looked at you, surprised, which made you blush as you nodded. Your eyes widened before you could complete your sentence. Tonight I'm not gonna go, he said. After that, Fine was taken to the hospital.